Hello, welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. In the last episode, actually, in the last 3 episodes, I've built PCs and listed them on PCBay, trying to clear out my inventory. I haven't ended the day yet, so we don't know what the first bids are up to. But at the end of this episode, I'm going to end probably in the day before the end of the episode, but at the end of the episode, we're going to take a look and see what the first auctions are, or what the first bids are up to. Anyway, if you missed any of those 3 episodes, you can just go back 3 episodes and check it out. But if you don't want to do that, I'm going to put a link up in the upper right-hand corner to those videos, so you can go check those out if you like. In today's episode, we're going to hop into the email. It's been a while since I've done some jobs, some email jobs. I want to earn a little bit of money. I want to end my day, because obviously I'll have to order some parts. I'll end the day. It'll get us some bids on our auctions, so we can check those out a little bit later in the episode. But let's come all the way down here to the bottom. I've got this fairly old one, and I think it's the only fix. I have. I'd like to do a fix and hopefully a build. So let's take a look at this fix. It says, you work with computers, right? I think something's broken. It's not immediately obvious what's gone wrong. You'll have to do some digging. I kicked the PC by accident, of course. Sorry, I can't tell you more than that. I'd like it to be done in 6 days. I've noticed it sometimes runs a bit slow, too. So maybe some viruses on there. I like nice and shiny new components. Thanks, Leanne. So Leanne's got a budget of $600. Diagnose and fix. Leanne knows nothing about what's wrong with this computer other than she kicked it and probably broke her foot in the process. Take a look at these stats real quick. 7980XE, X299 platform, fractal design case. I'm pretty sure those are steel. Bet Leanne hurt her foot more than she hurt the computer. But who knows? We'll figure it all out when it comes in. Let's go ahead and accept that. And then I saw a build. Here it is, due tomorrow. It says, hey, I'm in the market for a new PC. Can you custom water cool the whole system? I need it done before tomorrow. Of course you do. I read that Corsair parts are really good. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones, please. From R. Fitzgerald. So Mr. or Mrs. R. Fitzgerald has a budget of $6,500. That's quite a large budget. That is quite a large budget. And they want custom water cooling for the CPU and the GPU. That's all they give us. Mega budget. We're going to build something ridiculous, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and accept that one. All right, so I'm going to get the shop open. Also need to open up the water cooling shop. I'm going to step away. I'm going to get some parts put in both of these carts for this build, and I will be right back. For this custom water-cooled build, we're going to go with a Gigabyte X570 Aorus Extreme motherboard, a Ryzen 9 5950X, because the budget's ridiculous, so why not put the most powerful in there? As for RAM, we're going to go with 4 sticks of Corsair Vengeance Pro RGB RAM in black, 8GB, 3600 megahertz. We're also going to put in a Corsair 4 Series MP500 M.2 drive, 960 gigs, 2 4TB Seagate Barracudas, 1000 watt Corsair power supply. We're going to add an extra case fan. We're going to put all of that in the Corsair Crystal Series 570X RGB. As for the water cooling parts, we're going to go with an Alpha Cool reservoir. They wanted Corsair. I'm going to give them as much Corsair as I possibly can. As for radiators, we've got a Corsair XR5 240 and 360mm radiator, a Corsair CPU block, and a Corsair RTX 3090. So this thing's going to be a beast. It's going to be an absolute beast. Let's make sure everything is for next day. Let's buy that now. Let's make sure this is for next day and buy this now. As for the repair, since we don't know what's wrong with it, I can't order parts until it comes in and we figure it out. So we'll just order those parts, and I'm sure it'll make some people angry, but I've got plenty of money, and I will just order the parts for same-day delivery. But let's go in this day. We can get in our parts, and we should get our first bids on our PCBay auctions. Go to work. Here's all of our parts. Oh, here's something from PCBay right here. An MSI Radeon RX 6800 Gaming Trio. Very nice. Very nice. What? What is this? Is this just a case? This must be something I picked up off of PCBay. We'll just stick that in the closet for now. Here is our repair. Doesn't look very dusty. That's good. That's a good sign. And then here's our case for our build. Get that put there. And I'm going to grab the Post-it note and put it right there. I sure like that Corsair case. It's fun to build in. It's a good looking case. Let's see if we can figure out what the heck is wrong with this thing. Let me get this side panel taken off. Not that it's going to help, but just so I can see in here a little bit better. No juice, huh? No power at all. Well, let's start with the power supply. Let me get it all unplugged. Let me get it removed from here. Let's just see if it happens to be broken. Let's do fits this PC. It is not. It is not broken. I'm just going to pop that right back in there. So I'm thinking maybe the motherboard. I'm going to have to try to remember that they have orange cables because I'm terrible about remembering the proper cable color. Maybe I should go here. Let's take a look. Do I even have the right ones? I think that's what they have. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's it. Remove all the cables from the motherboard, as well as their graphics card. Get the CPU cooler out of here. Let me get the RAM out. We're going to check every piece of this and make sure we get the right parts that are broken. Oh, there's a cable I missed. CPU's out. Let's get this motherboard out of here and take a look. All right. Motherboards. What is that? Go away. Their motherboard is broken. Let's take a look at their CPU. CPU is fine. CPU cooler is fine. Memory is fine. Graphics card's fine. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be their motherboard. But I guess we could check. Could check their storage here. Both of those are just fine. I'm going to put those right back in. Let's go get one of those motherboards. It's the Gigabyte X299 Aorus Gaming 9. There it is. There it is. 400 bucks. 400 bucks, same day delivery. 500 bucks. Should be here. There we go. Let's get this new motherboard put in. Let's get rid of the broken one. Get my $13 for that. Get the new one mounted here. I think we also need to run a virus scan on this if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to put their RAM back in the same slot it was in. There we go. CPU. To get that locked down. Perfect. Let me get some thermal paste on there, and then I would like to get their CPU cooler mounted. There we go. Then the graphics card. All right, we should be good to cable. There we go. Let's see if it powers on now. I'm going to hop into their BIOS really quick. I just want to see if they need XMP turned on. Oh, they did. Is that really what we're booting from here? You've got an SSD and we're booting from the Seagate. Well, let's see. Yep. Why? Why is that what we're booting from? Well, that'd be why it's slow. You got an SSD right here, and you're booting off of a slow hard drive. I'll take a potato chip and eat it. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Let me get the virus scanner installed on here. We're going to see if this sucker has any viruses on it. All right, let's take a look here. Virus scanner. 223. 223. It's not the worst I've seen. Definitely not the worst. All right, so we should be good to put this side panel back on and be done with this build, or with this fix, not this build. Haven't done the build yet. We're just going to leave that virus scanner on there for them, so maybe they'll use it in the future. Keep their hard drive nice and clean. All right, so on with this build for this custom water-cooled build and the Corsair 570X case. Let me get this case all taken apart. These front fans have to go. Get on out of here. There we go. This side panel. Basically everything needs to be removed. Top panel. There we go. There we go. All right, so first thing, because I will forget, case fan. We ordered this ML120. And I want to make sure it gets installed. Why does it look like it's weirdly offset from the back of the case? Huh. You guys see that? Like, I can see threads. What is that all about? All right, well. Is that just that fan? Okay, now I'm intrigued. I want to take this fan out and put a different fan in. Let's just see. Let's do this. Yeah, that does it too. Okay, so I'm guessing it's the case, the way it mounts in the case. That's interesting. Let's get our ML120 back in here. Huh, I had never noticed that before, and I've built in this case quite a few times. Let me go over to custom water cooling parts. I want to get the radiators mounted in here. Got a 360 going in the front from Corsair. There we go. And then I got a XR5 240 to go up here in the top. Sweet. All right, next, I'm gonna get this reservoir in here. This big old monster, but I think it looks really good in here. Nice big tall reservoir. Fill up all that empty space. For whatever reason, the Corsair down here at the bottom where the pump is, kind of the pump housing, I guess, it's much wider, so it actually hits the radiator. This probably, yeah, this looks like it might be sort of inside the fan, but that's all right. That's all right. It won't cause any problems. Let's come back over here. I want to grab the motherboard for this build. We've got the Gigabyte X570 Aorus Extreme. Get this all screwed down. Get it ready for CPU and RAM. And maybe the M.2 drive. So let's grab the CPU first. We've got the Ryzen 9 5950X, the 16-core, 32-thread monster. Then for RAM, scroll all the way down here to the bottom, we've got the Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro in black, 8 gig, 3600 megahertz. Got 4 sticks of that to go in. There we go. Nice 32 gigs of RAM. I think that'll be really good for this build. Next, let's grab some storage. We've got those down there as well. But first, let's get the M.2 drive in there. We've got the Corsair Force MP500 M.2 960 gigs. These things are ridiculously expensive, at least in the game. $500 for that when there's other M.2 drives or NVMe drives that are also $500, but they're 2 terabytes. So yeah, Corsair stuff is maybe overpriced, especially, I don't know, I've never bought their NVMe drives in real life, so I don't really know what they go for, but seem expensive. Let's get these 2 4 terabyte drives mounted. There we go. That's lots of game storage. The new owner should definitely be set for storage. 8 terabytes. I think they're good. Let's grab our power supply. We've got the Corsair HX 1000. Let me get that installed. All right, this is coming together. It's looking good. Let me get some thermal paste on this CPU, then I want to go ahead and get the CPU block installed. We've got, oh, I guess I already had one, but we're going to use this one because it's the new one I just got. We've got the Corsair Hydro X XC7 RGB CPU block. Get that mounted. Nice. All right, then we need a graphics card. We have one. It's down here. It's the Corsair RTX 3090 reference card. There we go. So now we need to pipe this and cable it. I'd like to pipe it first. Let's see. Let's go with some rigid red. And I think I've got Corsair. Yeah, I've got Corsair fittings. Oh, I don't have any red ones. Maybe they don't have any red Corsair fittings. I think I own all the fittings. I'm pretty sure. I bought them all. So let's just go with black. Let's just go with the black Corsair fittings. So let's start here. This should be the out port. Let's zoom in to be sure. Yep, it is. And then I'm going to run up to this front radiator right here. See if we can't do something nice. Get one of these angled fittings to appear. What's that extra little angle for? Let's get rid of that. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Much, much better. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and accept that. If some of these bins get crazy, I may have to step away and fix them, but we'll see how much of this I can fit in. And this might be the first one that I have to step away for. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. See if I can get rid of some of these unnecessary bins. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Then I'm going to come out of the CPU block and go up into this upper radiator. All right, there we go. I'm happy with that. Go ahead and accept that. Then I'm going to run out of the upper radiator and down into the graphics card. Oh, yeah. That's just fine. And then out of the graphics card and back into the reservoir. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Looking nice. All right, now it's time to cable it up. I'd like to do some red and black cables. So here they are right here, the ribbon plastic striped black and red. Get everything cabled up. And then we're going to put some of this case back together. We'll fire this sucker up, make sure it works. We'll get it out of here. Get some money for it. Okay. Now, coolant. Oh, because I typed in red. Red's already showing up. That's what I wanted. I want to go with the red clear UV coolant, so it shows up a little bit more red. I'd like it to kind of match the pipes. I think it looks pretty good. That's a pretty close match. All right, while that is running through, I'm going to come back over here to PC parts. I want to get the case put back together. All right, get the front put on here. And the side panel. I don't want to put the other side panel on because you see how it's kind of frosted white? Kind of takes away from the look of the PC. So let me grab a USB drive, get that installed, power this on. I'm going to hop into the BIOS real quick. Just make sure, yep, needed to turn on XMP. I'm not going to overclock it or anything. I want to make sure we're booting from the right drive since we do have other drives in here. I'm going to go ahead and let this install the operating system. I will probably put the lighting app on so we can change some lighting colors. I want to leave this white, but I think I'm going to change everything else to red. I'd like that to be white as well. So let's take a look here. So I don't want to change that. Let's do select all. I will deselect that. There we go. All right, let me close that out. Let's take a look at this. I think it turned out pretty nice. Then I'm going to throw the side panel on it. We will get it out of here. I like it. Looks good. Put it on my desk. That is for sure. Let's get the side panel on. It doesn't look bad with the side panel on. It just kind of detracts from it just a bit. Just because it's kind of frosted white, but it's not bad. Still like it. Still a cool case. All right. All right, let's get this out in the hallway. We will collect some money and then we'll take a look at our auctions. Okay, so let's grab the fix first. 5 stars. They diagnosed and fixed my PC and they did a great job. Well, thank you. Let's get rid of that. And then R. Fitzgerald. For this build, we put tons of Corsair stuff in there. If it's anything less than 5 stars, I'm going to be upset. 5 stars. I ordered a new PC and they did a good job. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, and we got some new emails. No fixes, all builds. So that'll be fun. That will be fun. We've got some stuff for a sale through PCBay. I don't see anything that I can't live without. So let's just get rid of that. Let's clear out the red dots because they drive me nuts. And let's go over here to PCBay. Let's take a look at the sell tab. So these are in order from the way we built them. So this was the first episode. This was the second episode. And then down here's the third. So we're at 508, 807, 685, 873, 1176, and 1364. Obviously, all of them have 4 days remaining, and hopefully they will continue to go up from here, and I will make multiple thousands of dollars off of selling these used PCs. In the next episode, we will probably check on these again. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. Also, if you want to help support the channel, there is a join button next to the subscribe button with multiple tiers available there for you to join, or you can check out my Patreon. The link for that's down in the description. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next episode.